Reset button.
They nailed it with this one. Like, I really think they did a good job saying we're going to design an 8-bit version first and then work it off of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. I said it when we first played it at your house that night. This feels like if the first one was just remade, like with that whole to go wherever you need to go at your own pace type fucking feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really cool. And you've put way
you
more
been
time
recording,
into
by the
it.
way?
We are, and I was going to say, welcome back, guys, episode 14. Obviously, the whole world has been up in arms talking about Zelda this week, and so are we. I mean, we can always talk Zelda, but this week, the whole nation, the world truly has Zelda fever. Tannen, my man, welcome back. We dropped the midnight release video. Everyone loved it. Got nothing. Thank you guys so much for all the retweets, likes, everything on Facebook.
And art.
Yes.
Thank you, Shanna, for the art. Holy shit.
Yes. I announced it on Slam Pigs. I'll announce it here for the first time. I want to welcome at I Draw Faces Shanna as our new in-house artist at Hibiki TMD. So welcome, Shanna, to the Hibiki TMD family. And down the road, Tannen, I'm going to be helping her out with her own channel, but she's going to be making guest shots till she gets her feet wet. Jen Bravo from Twitter. Going to have her on the reset button in the future. Don't know when, but look forward to that. And yes, the art was amazing. So thank you, Shanna. My God, me as Zelda, you'll never look at her the same way again.
Well, yeah.
But you're a handsome Link. I gotta give. You're like an insane methed out fucking Link.
Yeah, I was about to say I look like I'm like ready to go like Joker style on the shit or something. Like,
yeah,
I like it. I like it a lot. She definitely got me pretty good. I mean, whenever I even showed people the original picture of just my face, people were like, "Oh my god!" Like,
oh yeah, even her base drawings are really good. Like just starting out. But Tannen, welcome back, man. Officially welcome. What's going on? How was your week? What you been playing? I know what you've been playing. We're gonna talk about it all show probably. But how you been, man? Welcome back.
Pretty good. Between working, I've been trying to get into this Hyrule adventure as much as I can. I think some people are further along than what I am. I guess sort of a spoiler alert in a way, but a lot of people have already talked about it. Link's been asleep for 100 years, and right now I'm still in the middle of the mission where you're given a series of pictures and you got to go to these spots to have these flashbacks, and I have completely detracted from that, and I've just been climbing towers, just trying to complete the map as best as I can, to then go and find the pictures. And I might be doing it, ass backwards. I have found a couple of the memories, 3 of them so far, all on my own accord. I did open up that book, by the way, too. I opened up the strategy guide, but the strategy guide doesn't even offer you much help because it just, to me, was so confusing.
Right.
And I'm already out of order for what the walkthrough is, so I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just not even doing it.
Your strategy guide in this game is fucking parry and avoid lasers. At least the time I spent with it. That was my strategy.
But no, like, you need to see the world map that this thing came with. It's fucking huge.
Oh yeah, I know. Now people are praising the size of the game, and that's awesome. But I can officially say that it's like some guy speed ran the game and beat it in like 63 minutes, which is insane. But it's so all over the place. I've known people that beat it within a day, are still really just digging into it. I mean, it really is. It is kids. What did we come away saying, Tannen? Kids Witcher. It's the kids' version of The Witcher. It's huge.
Or Skyrim too. Like,
Skyrim.
There's a lot of Skyrim comparisons with this. They basically took every RPG that we liked and then went back. And not only that, but I mean, they designed it originally as an 8-bit game, and that was revealed.
Yes.
The other day.
You dropped that link on me, so tell us all about that, Tannen.
It was just quite interesting the fact that they went ahead and went back to its roots to design the original overworld. They designed the map, and they were like, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the software tool to make a 2D Zelda, which made it a little bit easier to then develop it into 3D.
Yeah.
And if you watch the video, it's really awesome. It does make me clamor and really want to have a Zelda maker. Like, that would just be so badass to be able to make your own Zelda game and other people make a Zelda game too that you play.
It seems like that should have came out maybe a year or so after Mario Maker. Like, that could be on the Wii U. There's no reason that couldn't have been. You know what I mean?
Well, even if they'll put it on the Switch, and it'll drive Switch sales through the roof, and they might be waiting for it. They might be waiting for the Switch to like taper off with their sales, and they'll be like, "Oh, here you go." I mean, Mario Maker is what sold me on the Wii U. I played that at Toys R Us, and I was just like, I need a Wii U. Yeah. I need it. Like, I have to have it.
Would it be a different scenario though? Like Nintendo, you could see them being more hesitant to make a Zelda Maker because, okay, with the Mario Maker, yeah, you're making your own levels. You can make your own whole Mario game, but you think they would do that? They would be more hesitant because with a Zelda Maker, they could come out with like so many like DS games and stuff that are more old school that people can make fan fiction type stories, and these are legit stories. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
you know what I'm getting at? Like,
I mean, well, we've kind of already had it. I mean, there is that like.
There's RPG.
I don't know if you ever played with it. Well, no. It was there was the Legend of Zelda Maker that they basically made. You can still download it.
Right.
It's not legal, but
and that's exactly.
It's the same one that somebody. Well, it's the same one when somebody took a ROM and just edited it. Now it's like so popular that you can buy it in one of those homemade carts.
Yeah.
That people make, and I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Legend of Zelda. It's off of a Link to the Past, but it's a different game.
Homebrews and ROM hacks are very popular, but I think just having like a Mario Maker, like the accessibility for kids can make their own Zelda stuff. I think at this point in 2017, it's been proven with the launch of the Switch and everything. Considering really, there's like legit 2 real games right now for the Switch. I would say Zelda as a franchise is way more popular than Mario and has been forever.
It just all depends. Excuse me. Sorry.
I just come at me. I'm just saying. I
just burped.
I thought you went ooh. Oh, it was a burp. So. Yeah, I really do. I think it's way more popular than Mario, and I think they'd be more hesitant to just have that, make your own.
But now, like as I was saying, like years ago, and you can get this. It's a software that takes the Link to the Past ROM. And you can edit everything from the map structure to the biggest thing that I played with whenever I played with it was the text. And like
you can ROM hack. You can ROM hack anything online free, but I'm just saying for Nintendo to make that purchasable and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
who knows?
I don't know. I even tried to share the game there for a while. It probably doesn't exist anymore. But Link wakes up, his uncle's like, "I'm going to go take a piss. When I get back, I want to talk about those Mighty Ducks movies." And he walks out of the house. Throw back there, Tourette's guy.
Oh man, did he really have fucking Tourette's, or was it a ruse? Did we fall for it? What's the deal on that?
Did he really die too?
I know. No, that was a hoax. He didn't really die, but I don't think he really had Tourette's. Anyway, just say another on Tourette's guy. Pissed in my seat and hit the keys. Anyway, fucking see now I just want to watch Tourette's guy's videos.
Zelda's just being a bitch. Gotta find her.
30 cases of pickles. What am I going to do with 30? I don't give a shit. Yeah.
It's the last time I get fucked by Burger King.
Nintendo did come. Yeah, let's move the train along from Tourette's guys before everyone tunes out. Nintendo did announce today, actually, Tannen, that they are going to try to make it. This is their quote: a very extreme mandatory. I don't have the quote in front of me, but there's a little kiss-assy with the comment about every franchise they have make an appearance on the Switch. I hope they're not full of hot air. I hope they mean that. I don't know.
I hope every franchise gets its own game.
I don't think Smash needs a new one already. I mean, even though like this one was so good, it really was. Like, how do you top this Smash? I mean, just with more characters, but maybe the level creator in this Smash did kind of blow. I'm not gonna. It was good, but it was lackluster.
Yeah.
What do you think about that announcement, Tannen? Do you think they're full of shit? Or you think they think they're in no
Well, like
position to bullshit?
for them to say appearance, they could just leave it at Smash Brothers and be like, "Go fuck yourself." Like,
Right.
technically, Metroid made an appearance on the Wii U.
Reggie putting his little spins.
Like I'm just promising that some sort. But yeah, we're long overdue a Metroid game. I would love to see a 2D/3D Metroid game where you can like switch it over from being like point of view to like side scrolling and just mix them both. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But I'd still love to see. I really liked my 2D Metroid games. I liked my 3D Metroid games. I think that if you did a way that would throw it together.
I like them all except Prime 3, which I know I've said on another episode, but I don't think I dwelled enough on why, because it was on the Wii. That's why.
No, Zero too. Mission Zero.
Zero Mission for GBA?
Yeah, like that was a good one.
That's just like the first one on steroids in a map, though. But it is really good. It does have new areas and stuff. It has new shit to it. It's really fucking.
I mean,
good,
the Super Metroid, I think, was like the original on steroids. I always felt like.
Yeah. Well, if they went backwards, that was weird. They had the first on the NES, then they went to Game Boy for the sequel, which was a weird step. But they did it. It did sell well.
And Metroid 2 was good. That was a good Game Boy game.
It's a good Game Boy game. I don't know if it's a good Metroid game. The sprites are a little big. But yeah, I mean,
it's Game Boy. It's Game Boy. The
that's why I said it's a good Game Boy game. See, let's backtrack.
I can't see that shit.
Fucking Super Mario Land, the first one. It was like little peas. Plus it's
which is why they made the sprites big for 6 gold coins. What a fucking storyline there. 6 gold coins. You get tons of gold coins throughout any other fucking Mario game. This time we need just 6 of them. And you gotta go through like hell and back to get them. You gotta be in a world where you're a giant versus a world where you're like an insect.
Yeah. I do want to apologize, guys, and to you, Tannen. I am a little hoarse. Where we live, me and Tannen, it was like fucking 70 degrees yesterday, and now it snowed overnight. Now it's like 20 degrees. Plus, I was on the Kayfabe Today podcast yesterday. Didn't get a chance to plug that because I'm an idiot. But thank you, Eric, Robbie, and Drew for having me on yesterday. Go check them out at first thing in the morning. Always a blast. I went like fucking almost 3 hours with those guys yesterday talking wrestling, Tannen, because that's how I roll. But check those guys out. And Tannen, we're going to talk about more Breath of the Wild. I know everyone's probably like, well, they didn't talk about it much. That's going to be our game of the week. So have no fear. We're going to get back to that. But Nintendo, like, saying this shit about all their franchises, I mean, what are we covering? I think it's really, and I think it's awesome, but I think it's weird that Blaster Master got a remake coming out here. Is it out already or it's about to drop? Blaster Master
I think it's about to drop.
That looks awesome. It looks amazing. Ooh, that's tempting to maybe get a Switch. But that's something else we need to talk about, Tannen. I called it back on an episode in the past about, what we predict or whatnot. I think it was like a year-end episode or whatever. And I was like, when the Switch comes out, I'll give it about 2 weeks because everyone clamored so much. And, people start coming at Nintendo with pitchforks about the hardware. They didn't even wait 24 hours, guys. And screens were malfunctioning. First of all, the fucking screen size. Wow. Can we address this, Tannen?
Yeah, you're looking at it same size as, well, it looked like that in the commercial. I'd even said that before. It looks like it's a Wii pad that you can detach the sides from.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. That's what they gave you.
I thought the commercials made them look bigger, actually, so that's weird you say that.
No, like you could just tell human hands if you were like really thinking about it. It's like, damn, that looks tiny. And I mean, it is. It is like
the controller sure as fuck did. They look small in the commercial, definitely.
And they're still really small. I mean, they're fucking tiny. I mean, it's just like you said earlier off the air. Like, I think we're going to see like an XL version. You know how like everyone wants to make a slim version of their shit to make it smaller. Nintendo is going to go ahead and do the XL Switch. You know what's happening.
They are the kings of that. That's what they do more than anyone, or fucking make XL this and XL that. And
but it's funny to you see the people complain, but my friends, and I guess like I'm friends with people that aren't whiners. They don't bitch.
Yeah.
Like about what they get. Like everybody that I've seen, like that takes photos of them on their bookshelves and shit. It's just the perfect little fit. I mean, like it's funny. Yeah, like, well, no, like, and Marla, like, commented.
But I
Marla
would
had
think around
commented that
our
straight
area,
that
I don't think it was that hard around our area, Tannen, because like guys, everyone saw it on the fucking Breath of the Wild midnight release. Not long lines. I haven't around here. It hasn't been that bad. I don't think. I don't know about your experience.
we're not really in lines. But no, what I'm saying is too, like Marla, like though she posted like she loves the fact that she can take it everywhere. Dude, I would love that too. I would love to take Breath of the Wild to work with me, and then on my lunch break, like that's what I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did try to play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U pad. It leaves something to be desired. I can tell you that. You just want to play it on your TV. You just want to play it on your TV.
I can imagine.
But yeah, a viewer wrote in, and also like, unfortunately, viewer who asked, who was it that asked us a question about the comparison?
Yes, it's from our buddy, and the 1 week we actually get a fucking question, and go figure, we can't answer it. From our buddy Jim from Drink a Beer, Play a Game on YouTube, great channel. They do fucking podcasts just like us. Hopefully one day get one of those guys on the channel on our show. His question to us though was Breath of the Wild on the Wii
Comparison.
U and the Switch comparison. What are the differences? And unfortunately, we can't answer that because we don't have a Switch.
I can't. I mean, big
Gary
thing
sucks.
mobility.
Gary sucks because he has a Switch. Gary.
But what I can say about the Switch version is it still looks beautiful. Like it still blows my mind. I actually found myself using the Pro controller over the pad. And then sometimes during certain shrines, like if I go into a shrine, it requires me to, like, one of them I had to swing a giant hammer using the Wii U pad. So that way I could knock this giant ball into some other giant ball. And it was a really good use of puzzle and use of the Wii U's hardware. But as far as controllability goes, I hate playing it on the Wii pad. I can't stand it. And it's not like Twilight Princess on Wii U, where Twilight Princess, like, that's how you controlled your inventory, was using the Wii U pad, for the most part. It made it quick and easy. This is just, there's nothing to do with the Wii U pad. You can either tap it, it'll still go to the Wii U pad and off of your TV, and then you can tap it again and it'll switch back. But other than that, and its use in certain situations, the Wii U pad is really, I feel, clunky and useless. It's horrible for quick combat and just everything else.
As opposed to, I would figure everything that was used that gimmick on the Wii U with the gamepad would be just converted to motion control on the Switch. I would say besides the obvious things like graphics being more smoothed out, depth perception differences, yeah, it's going to be a little bit better, excuse me, visually on the Switch than on the Wii U, but
maybe with a frame rate, it's very rare in this game that, like, you know how, like, sometimes you're driving a Grand Theft Auto 5 even on a PS4, and like you're going so fast that the landscape is having trouble being built in front of you as you're driving towards it.
Yeah.
I've sometimes ran into that in Zelda, but it's extremely rare, even on the Wii U, that I have seen that happen.
Honestly, it's the most beautiful game, in my opinion, on the Wii U. Xenoblade's up there, neck and neck with it. But definitely, it's stunning, honestly, as a Wii U game. I'm surprised they pulled off what they did for the Wii U, honestly, Tannen.
Yeah, no, I really feel like, and I said it before, I think the Wii U version was done and finished a couple years ago, but then Nintendo decided they were going to develop a new system, and so thus they held it back.
Here's something else we got to address, Tannen. This is officially the biggest selling console of all time for Nintendo.
Which is crazy.
We also have to mention all the scum fucks are out in full force this week, Tannen. God, the reselling bullshit.
Oh yeah. We even had people call my place of employment trying to sell us Switches for more than what they were worth retail. And we're like, dude, we're a secondhand store, man. Like,
I'm not going to say.
Still have to hold.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, not going to say where we have to work, but anytime we take something, we have to hold it for a month anyway.
I'm not going to say who, but I know someone that legit paid like $400 or $500. Sorry, not 400. Like way too much. Don't do it, guys. Don't give in.
Don't give in. It's worth waiting for.
The lineup's not even that fucking good, and you can get it on the Wii U. It's still, people are having a hard time getting it on Wii U, but it's gonna be just wait it out, guys.
Yeah. That's the wisest thing I could tell anybody about any system that comes out. Like, no, just wait a year.
Yeah.
And then you'll get it for not only cheaper, but you'll have a whole library.
Hell, even
And
the
go
fucking
back and play.
interface can be fucking updated and changed. Have no fear.
Yeah. I mean, in the meantime, dude, I am buying up Wii U games that I find, and I'm enjoying each and every one of them.
Yeah.
I even got Madden 13 for the Wii U, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
It is a really good Madden game. It's just a different game. So that being said, I'd wait on the Switch, but Nintendo's always going to make their money.
True.
And then that's what's great about it. People that have malfunctioning screens and shit, I mean, dude, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And here's the sad thing about human beings is half of those people probably dropped them already once, and they're bitching about it already.
Yeah.
Like that's how people work.
Oh, they let their kids play with it, and then the kid gave it back, and it wouldn't work. Oh well, you let your kid play with it.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. Let's move. Mass Effect Andromida launch trailer, Tannen. The time is almost upon us for this game. I haven't played Mass Effect since the second one. Have you been keeping up to date a lot about this? Because I know a lot of people want us to talk about more Mass Effect on the show, and I want to, but that's more your ballpark. So have at it.
Then I played my share of Mass Effect, and I mean, I even played it, a very, very huge chunk of it on the Wii U, that version of it, which was a good version. I mean, as I said, like you couldn't transfer your file or anything, but it was still a good version. I could make a couple of simple choices with this little introductory comic book thing. I mean, Andromeda, like it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be huge. That is one thing though that I wanted to point out. Like I got thinking about we've been getting these huge games. I mean, these games that really take up your fucking time. They're epic.
And your hard drive.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in a while, is that going to become too mundane? Like, are we going to have to simplify it back down?
Do you think everyone's going to just get burnt out, and it's going to just everyone's going to be so jaded at that point, and their expectations are going to be so snarky that they have no choice to back to the future, so to speak?
It's not really that I'm thinking of, but if you give somebody an endless amount of something for so long, they're going to really crave that meal that they can finish.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure we'll get games like that. I'm sure fucking Last of Us 2 is going to be one of their saving graces where people still clamor for it, but you're going to be able to beat it within a week.
It's very linear experience.
Yeah. Well, it's a narrative. I mean,
and that's an okay sometimes. People just want everything open world this, open world that. Grand Theft Auto 3 was one of the best things that happened to gaming and one of the worst things. Because, in my opinion, it brought out so much mediocre fucking shit that was Grand Theft Auto Light that those developers could have put their time and efforts into something else. And who knows? You know what I mean? It's frustrating, but it's beautiful in a way because Grand Theft Auto 3 is maybe one of the greatest gaming experiences in my life. The first time I laid eyes on that game in 2001, it literally blew my mind.
That's the start of it, but I mean, I think sandboxing really did start with Ocarina, honestly. Like Ocarina of Time. That was really a big start to sandboxing. And a lot of things followed suit. Like you look at Silent Hill, Silent Hill in a way is a lot of sandboxing. Like you can run around in that game and develop your map where the cliffs are and everything, but you're still trying to run around aimlessly to get to where you're going.
And you can kind of say that Rockstar lucked out at the time. The main reason I think that 3 sticks out so much, it's the first time it was that level of an adult themed game on that platform, that open. I think the adult factor is definitely what put it above and beyond the rest. But any fucking company could have fallen into that. Let's be honest. They could have one in-house developer that stood up and said we need to do this, and they would have done it. So it's very easy to take credit for that in a way, but what it did can't go unnoticed.
Well, it's just funny because originally Grand Theft Auto 3 was going to be called Grand Theft Auto 3D.
Right.
a copy of Grand Theft Auto 2 that I bought way back.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and that's the
it's
thing.
like,
They had 2 out forever. They had 1 and 2 out. It
yeah.
was the same fucking thing. It was just top down.
Well, they
It was
even
there.
had Britain 1969 too. So
Exactly.
technically they had 3 games with
Yes.
that overtop. And that game was it was seriously mayhem. That's what it was.
They were
Like,
so
I mean,
good.
who even really tried to do the missions? And even when you did, like, you still got out of the car and flamethrowed somebody.
It was
Just
like
for the fuck of it.
Smash TV feel to it in a way.
Yeah,
At the
yeah,
time, that's
but
all we
like,
had. It was awesome. Like, look, it doesn't
but
really
like
hold up that well, but I don't know.
in the copy of Grand Theft Auto 2 that I have, like, there's this ad for Grand Theft Auto 3D coming soon to PlayStation 2.
There you have it.
And it says 3D. Like, I really wish I could dig that up, but it's just like, wow, Grand Theft Auto 3D. Like, that's just how they were, and then it just was 3. But, yeah. Just some of the craziness that they did do with that game. I mean, London was an exact map of London. And, you had to travel the left side of the street.
I just think the graphics strayed people. Like, they should have been on board with that years earlier. And because it was, it's 3D or whatever, people just didn't jump on it. Do you have Friday the 13th on NES?
I think I do, yeah.
Well, speaking of which, Tannen, some new fucking gameplay was released of Friday the 13th. Some new executions, and so just another peek at. Have you seen this yet?
No, I haven't. My question: are you playing as Jason, or are you playing as the kids?
I'm pretty sure you can do both.
Camp Crystal Lake.
I think you can have it either way. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I mean, or can you have somebody online playing as Jason while you're trying to get the kids at Camp Crystal Lake to
I can totally
survive?
see that. Yeah, I can see that being how you do it. But yeah, that'd be so fun. I can't wait till this comes out. I don't even care if it's lackluster. I'm gonna love it because it's Friday the 13th. Exactly.
Fuck yeah! Give me some more. Give me some more. Give me some more.
Well, before we talk about soda anymore and totally fuck the show up, let's go ahead and do it, Tannen. Our game of the week, obviously, is Breath of the Wild for Wii U, not Switch. Tannen, this is all you. I literally played it for 10 minutes at your house once. I have watched a lot of stuff on it, but you have had hands on for a week now. I know you were blown away. I know you're still probably blown away. What do you think so far of your time at Breath of the Wild?
So far, my time is becoming something that is also aligning with each other. This game is so big that it does make me want to get a box of Cracker Jacks and learn how to read all over again. This game is huge. For people who weren't Zelda fans before and are going into this fresh, this is still going to be something that will blow anybody away. I've spent 7 days with it and still haven't completed the map, and there are regions that are just completely untouched. It is literally one of the craziest games I think I've ever played in my life. With that being said, though, criticisms, really none. I can't criticize a game that refuses to hold my hand, because I've been asking for a game that really wouldn't. Yeah. I can talk to any character that I run into. They tell me something new about something. I have to be paying attention and remember that. And just the amount of side quests and quests, and the main quest that I'm on right now is just, it makes it that you have to go all over the map. You have to travel. You have to talk to townspeople. You have to not fuck around. But at the same time, you can dick around all you want. Like, I just discovered the Farron Tower. How did I do that? I don't know. I got my parachute thing out, jumped from a tower, and was like, I'm just going to go south as far as I can go.
Yeah, you did get the paraglider. So
yeah. Well, that's one of the first things you get.
Right.
And then after that, it's like the world is your oyster. Like, just go wherever you want. And that is when you get to the meat and potatoes. You know, in our video, we're like, oh, yep, down there's the meat and potatoes, but we can't get down there. Well, after you complete the shrines that you have to complete, then you get the paraglider. And then it's really up to you where the hell you want to go and what you want to do.
Yeah.
And how you want to go about it. You know, like I was telling you about this Pharaoh Tower that I just completed. I didn't have enough stamina in my bar to actually complete it, so instead I climbed up of a couple of mountains, got to this peak, jumped off the mountain, got out my parachute, and flew into the flew into the tower.
Hashtag parachute. Do it, guys.
But flew into the tower, so I was halfway up into it, and then climbed the rest of the way. Now, granted, I could have given it up and like saw some more shrines and up to my stamina with shrine stones, but nope. I went ahead and did it that way. Like, you can actually be practical in this game. It gives you that choice.
Nice.
So I mean, like, it's like going back to the roots in a way, but like even in the old game, I mean, if you went into Dungeon 4 by accident before going to Dungeon 3, and you didn't have the ladder to cross over those little water parts, you could be fucked. You know, like, this is different. What's your question?
I said what was your opinion of the battle system from is it pretty fluent?
Yeah, very fluent. It's pretty much like playing an Ocarina of Time or any other Zelda game.
Remind you of pretty much Ocarina. Or, well, that's good. Music I'm hearing is excellent.
They kept it meat and potatoes. As far as like battle system and wandering around the world goes, it is the Zelda game that, like, you know, after Ocarina of Time, after Majora's Mask, we all wanted. Right. I gotta say it like that. You know, like, it's the Zelda game that we wanted when we had Twilight Princess.
They always went in some weird, fucked up direction until I think they started getting back on track with Twilight. It was more back to, you know.
Yeah, they started to, but it was still hand-holdy. Twilight's still really hand-holdy.
Fucking Midna. Get out of my face with your bullshit.
Well, you know what? I don't have a fairy telling me what to fucking do at all. And the worst that happens is I go to sleep at night, and the blood moon rises, all these monsters come up, and Zelda just tells me, dude, you know, like, you're still in danger, so be careful.
She tells you it's a horrible night to have a curse. And it goes dark. Would you recommend, I know you'd recommend this game. I'm not even going to ask that. So far, though, I'm going to ask you this, put you on the spot. After a week, what would you give this out of 10? I know it's a weird question.
I mean, like, probably like a 9.7 out of 10. And the only reason that there's a 9.7 is because, like,
the gamepad.
There's a part of me gets frustrated, like, as I'm playing, like, God damn it, where do I go? Why do I have to use my brain so goddamn much?
How are load times? Like when you die and
stuff? The load times are perfect. You ready for a break?
Well, I don't know how much we actually have left in the show. We had our game of the week. We covered all our topics. I was about to take it home. I don't know if you want to talk about anything else. Feel free. Because we do have a game of the week for next week from our buddy Scott on Facebook, who I was going to, but I forgot this week was Breath of the Wild, so I can announce what that is, and we can get on that for the week.
Okay, what's the game of the week?
You're going to have to get yourself some access to some sort of Master System ROM, unless you have the game in the Master System for the Sega. The game is Golvelius. The game is Golvelius for the Master System, and Scott said it reminds him of a Zelda-esque game. I've never played it, so I do have it now, ready to go. I'm going to check it out this week. So thank you, Scott. Well, speaking about you want to talk about some heartfelt shit, guys. Let's talk about this, and it's kind of a funny story, too. Some dogs for life type shit. When I showed up at Tannen's house the other night for the Breath of the Wild release, he dropped on matching fucking reset button actual notebooks that are awesome. They're like Nintendo controllers with actual buttons and D-pads. It was a heartfelt moment. Tannen brought a nice little something on the front page, and what did I do when it was time to leave? I grabbed the wrong fucking one, and I have your notebook still. We got to swap them back next time we meet up, though. But yeah, thank you for that. I will put a picture up of it right now. They are legit. They're awesome. And there it is. The reset button. Episode 14 is in the books. Breath of the Wild is legit. Tannen recommends pick it up. Next week, we're going to play some Master System for the first time. Follow Tannen and myself on Twitter. Me at the Hibiki TMD, Tannen at O'Tannen's Bum. Next week, probably have a guest. Who knows? We'll see what the week brings in gaming news and all that good shit. Tannen, once again, man, thank you for joining me, my friend, and we can look forward to seeing you next week here on the Reset Button, man.
All right, let's hit it.
Reset Button.
Hey guys, Travis here from Hibiki TMD, reminding you as always to follow me on Twitter at the Hibiki TMD. Check out the Reset Button podcast with myself and Tannen, Hibiki Quickie, Hibiki History, retrospectives, everything in between, retro gaming, and pro wrestling, not to mention my other podcast with the man himself, Michael.
Hey, you dirty fucking pigs. This is Mike from the Slam Pigs Podcast, reminding you to check us out on Twitter at the Slam Pigs Podcast, or check me out on Twitter at Mike the Slam Pig. Or Travis, where can they find that other show?
They can find everything in between right here on Hibiki TMD. I don't really think they're dirty fucking pigs.